Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone,
I am Ervina Febrianty.
I'm Rachmah Fiani.
My name is Anisya Septia Ayucahyani.
We are from Group 4. Would like to inform you a little bit information about mixed level classes.
First is introduction. The continuous growth in the number of students makes the teacher should be extra creative in designing learning methods that are suitable for student characteristics. In addition, there are limitations of the school that make teachers teach classes inconsiderate of student level through the placement test. The consequence is that some students find it difficult to learn in class due to mixed-level classes. By analyzing, we will discuss some problems that arise due to mixed-level classes and find valuable solutions. Then, let's go to the problems and solutions. Why does it happen? Problems. First is have difficulties in understanding many lessons. These problems basically facing by students in lower level classes.
Problems number 2 is the teacher doesn't have interested in creative teaching.
Third is have limited classes. However, this condition can cause a problem because when some institutions or schools have limited classes in teaching and learning process, it can make teachers and also the students cannot explore the material, the lessons properly, appropriately, and so on. And the last is different level abilities. As a result, lower level students often find materials that are too challenging and difficult for them. On the other hand, students with high levels felt that they were not learning much and the teacher's learning pace was too slow. It makes students become unmotivated to learn and imbalance in the classroom environment, which is the teacher-centered and only uses one textbook. Solutions. First is more flexible approach. A flexible approach used in mixed-level classes is student-centered. For the material, teachers can allow the students to learn the material by itself, carry out the activities, and produce language at their level of abilities which is more suitable for each learner.
Number 2 is activities. Some activities have been tried and tested to check why it can cause a problem in mixed level classes. That is done to determine the challenges in learning activities that are faced by teachers when teaching students with different abilities. As an educator, we can set the appropriate activities in the lesson plan to engage student motivation in learning for the mixed level classes. Number 3 is vocabulary. Each level in a class has a different difficulty level in language production. The learner's bank vocabulary depends on the ability of each individual to memorize new words. In the learning process, normally vocabulary or lexical is not directly taught to the students. Teachers just speak or read whatever that is written in the textbooks. For these problems, teacher can teach vocabulary for the general service list, academic word list, or one of the British National Corpus list. Then for the methods, teacher can use flashcard, drilling technique, vocabulary games, notebooks, or other method based on students' learning style and preferences. Number 4 is speaking. There are two methods that we can use in these activities. The first is student-selected speaking and discussion topics. Increasing students' motivation and self-confidence is the main concern. In this activity, students are allowed to choose the topic by themselves that can post up their speaking. The solution also expected students to prepare for the topic discussion. Instead, they will be good at presenting the topic because it based on their levels that students have.
The fifth solution is for writing problems. Dealing with the problems of writing skills in mixed level classes, the teachers can solve the problems by giving them different types of writing activities. For example, when low-level students are given the types of guide writing activities, high-level students are given free writing activities, but in the same worksheet and the same materials. So, the teacher give the students the same instruction, the same worksheet, but in a different outline. This is the example of writing worksheet. The A1 is instruction and worksheet for high-level students. They just have instruction, and this kind of activities is free writing activities. And for B, for low-level students, they have instruction, but the outline is different because they have guide writing activities. The solution number 6 is for reading problems. There are significant things that must be done by the teacher to provide reading materials to suit the different level, especially students in mixed level classes. The main outcome of learning should be the improvement of student reading skills and vocabulary mastery. The way how teaching is by allowing students to read at their level. Teacher can use reading methods such as intensive reading, scanning, and extensive reading. This method can make students feel that they are at the same level because each student is given the same reading materials, but they are given a different reading section. The next slide is about the technique that teacher can use in mixed level classes. According to James Cleaver's book, there are two techniques that teacher can use in mixed level classes. The first technique is rearranging the classroom or differentiate the students in based on their table. And the second technique is the teacher can differentiate their worksheet. For detailed information, you can enjoy to watch this video.
My class can be called a single level class, but the reality is that there is no such thing as a single level class. In fact, any class that has 3 or more students is probably going to be a multi-level class because students move at different rates, they have different abilities, different skill areas that they excel in. One student is very good at listening, one student is very good at speaking, another student is good at grammar, another student is very skilled at interpersonal communication, another student is more perhaps quiet and introverted. A lot of teachers are challenged with the fact that their students are actually at different levels. Do I want this one, or do I want this one, or do I want this one? You are going to come up to the table, take one worksheet, only one. Grouping is organized so that students sit in like ability groups and they actually move to different sections of the room. And then I'm going to have you move. So on this side, I want the people to sit who have the first worksheet, the easier worksheet. You're going to sit. Slower students move to a particular area where they can sit together, work together. The mid-level students sit together. The higher level students sit together. We brought the class back to the whole class. Actually, students returned to their own seats, and then we did a kind of a recap. And this is a kind of a closure to the exercise. It allows room for questioning or for clarification, and it just gives students the opportunity to know if they were able to answer the questions correctly or not. Let's look at the picture of Manny. Where is he from?
Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.